Welcome back to Candy's Classic Game Shrine, everyone. I was binge watching Knight Rider last week on Twitch, and it really put me in the mood to go back and play its NES game. Not many people will know about it, but it's a game I played often in my childhood, so I figured I'd review it. I love doing the not-so-common, less-talked-about items on my channel. Are you ready?
Where do I start?
As a product of the 80s, this game was based on one of its most popular pop culture icons, Michael Knight and his car Kit. This game has you playing as Michael as you drive Kit from city to city, defeating enemy cars, trucks, and even helicopters until you reach the city's boss at the end. The bosses for each city can take the form of a black truck, a helicopter, or car, the stolen prototype of Kit. There are 15 cities in all that you must drive through in order to beat the game. Once you've gone through 3 cities, Devin will give you a standby code, aka a password, and you can input it to let you continue where you've left off, should you want to take a break. Before each mission, Devin briefs you on why you're going on the mission and who the target is at the end of the road. If you care to listen to Devin's entire mission, I highly recommend you mute the TV, because there's no way to disable the annoying sound of the text. After speaking with Devin, you're then brought to the machine check screen where Bonnie allows you to look over and upgrade Kit's gas, shield, engine, missiles, and lasers. These will help you progress further along in the game as long as you choose your upgrades wisely. As well as mission mode, there's also a drive mode where you drive Kit along the courses of the main game. Think of this mode as a time trial of sorts. There's no enemies here other than the clock. Can you make it to the next city before the time runs out? If you're ready to hop into the driver's seat, here's the controls you're going to need to know. Up on the D-pad makes Kit accelerate, down on the D-pad makes Kit decelerate, left and right will steer Kit in the respective direction, A shoots your weapon, B makes Kit do a turbo jump, allowing you to jump over obstacles and enemies. Be aware that this does waste your gas. Start pauses the game, and select changes your equipped weapon. Now that you know how to control Kit, let's explain what you see when you're finally behind the wheel. Kit's dashboard, believe it or not, displays some useful information. On the top left of the dashboard, you're going to see your remaining time for the mission, and directly underneath, you'll find your score, and underneath that, you're going to find a gauge labeled with an S, which indicates your remaining shield. On the top right of the dashboard, you'll find your speedometer. Underneath that is a gas gauge labeled G that shows your remaining gas. Your weapons indicator is on the bottom right, and you can also find a crude map letting you know where obstacles, enemies, and even turns in the road are. This map can be found on the upper right portion of the dashboard. While you're driving, you'll need to defend yourself from enemy vehicles. These are usually yellow or red in color. Blue or blue and white vehicles are civilians, and you get a 5-second penalty for killing them. Yellow vehicles will drop items such as time extension, recovery, laser, missiles, gas, and even 1-ups when defeated. You can also find the Knight Foundation truck dropping the same items as well. Unlike the vehicles that are yellow, you do not want to shoot the Knight Foundation's truck. You want to get behind it and wait for the item to drop. I found the sound effects a little grating on my ears. The music, while decent, isn't varied enough and only has about 3 or so tracks. The graphics aren't anything to write home about, but I do have to give them credit for giving each city a distinct background and different types of cars. The controls of Kit are much better than most racing games of the time, though pressing up to accelerate has always been a pet peeve and still drives me crazy. With an IP like Knight Rider, you would expect a little more, action compared to what you actually get in the game. I feel the game could have used some varied gameplay, like maybe some side-scrolling levels with some racing bits mixed in. Does it make my top 10 list? No. But I do find it fun to go back to when I'm feeling nostalgic.
So that was my review of Knight Rider for the NES. Let me know what you guys thought of the video and the game in the comments below. And until next time, guys, take care. I want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporter, the SideQuest Gamer. Thank you so much for your support. It's truly appreciated. If anyone else would like to become a Patreon supporter of mine, the link will be in the description below.